Record on the computer. Yes. Okay. So I wanted to today. Hey Rachel, how are you? Oh, that's my Matt calling me. I'll have to call him later. Um, I wanted to kind of just share a couple things that I have been doing lately, and then just like let you guys talk if you had any questions to ask or anything like that. And so let's see, we got Lindsay, we got Rachel, we got Allison, we got Lindsay. Lauren. Okay, so first of all, I wanted to show you. I don't know if I posted this in here or not, but can I show you this? Maybe so. Can you guys see my screen? Can you guys see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Is it a tracker?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
All right. I have two screens here at work, and I can't see what you see necessarily. So this is kind of my new jam. So I still use my my tracker that Carrie shared with us, but this is what I will print out. Yeah, good. Okay, good.
Love it.
So I am printing one of these off per week. So obviously it starts on Monday. And I am using this because I get so distracted and so off track for my power hour. I have to admit that my power hour has been choppy and ugly and not like pretty, not efficient. Okay. So this gives me literally like a checklist. Hold on just a second. I gotta unmute some people. Okay, there we go. We're good. Yeah. This gives me a checklist of things to do. And so I used to use that one in the Coach Online office, that business activity tracker, but it doesn't move me. This moves me. All right. And so
Agreed.
Agreed. Okay. Yeah. So it's so simple, and it's little, and these are things that seem so inconsequential and things that really I wouldn't just sit down and think, oh, I have a power hour. I need to check in with my upline. And I don't check in with my upline every single day, but I try to once a week. And it's not hey, Melanie, I'm doing my work. It's hey, Melanie, I have a question about this, or I have a question about that, or can you give me some guidance on this, And it's just simple things, but just staying connected to her really helps me stay focused and on track. Things let's see, I do my connections. I add 5 friends every day. I do all that stuff. But even just simple challenge group check-in. Am I checking in the morning and at night, or am I just scrambling and do it right before I go to bed? I want to be a good coach. I want to invest in my people. Do I recognize people? Am I honoring someone? Things like that. This tracker is good for me. And then it has some longer term goal type things. The National Wake Up Call. I can't tell you how many times I tell you guys to listen to the National Wake Up Call, and I never go back and I listen to it. Guilty. Sorry, I do that. But this reminds me to do it, okay? And so this is what I have been using. And then, so I also am using this tracker just for on a daily basis. This is what I write down, the names of people that I add as friends, people that I send hey girl messages to, people I invite, I connect, or I follow up and invite to coaching. So I print one of these off that I just showed you, and then I print 5 of these off, okay? And this is how I'm tracking my business. This is how I'm managing my time. This is how I'm being more efficient. And so my business just grows when I do that. That's all I can say. So if you're not tracking your business, you got to start doing it now, because you guys are at the point where you've made it through Coach Basics. You know the basics of how to do this business. You just got to track it, and you've got to make yourself do it, right? And so I just wanted to show you guys that is what I am using for my tracker. But one of the biggest things that I wanted to walk you through right now, so I hear a lot of coaches at this point who've been a coach for a month or 2 or more, especially longer. I'm running out of people to connect with. I don't know who I'm going to invite next to my challenge group. I don't know, I don't have that many friends. But one of our behaviors is definitely adding friends and connecting with new people every single day. And I can tell you without a doubt that I have done this. Maybe not every day I've been a coach, but I would say 90% of the time that I have been a coach. I add people to my contact list every day. and I connect with people every single day. And I'm going to show you kind of the process that I use to do that. And I want to also show you guys and make sure that you are utilizing Instagram. How many people in here like use Instagram to connect with people? You don't just post, but you like connect with people on Instagram. It's like a gold mine. It's like a gold mine. Okay. So on Facebook, you connect with people just like that you know, or who are friends of friends that you already have, right? So on Instagram, like you find people and you target, you find them based on interests that you have, so common interests that you have with people. That is how you find people on Instagram. And I'll tell you, like over the last year, my business has definitely grown, and I've found people that aren't in my geographically close to me, and people who are like me, but just not like I'm not immediately connected to, which helps me grow my market, grow my business, grow my team, all those things. Okay. And so I'm going to share, let me go here first. Hold on. Let's see. Instagram. I want to show you guys how to do this because I feel like I talk to coaches a lot about using Instagram, and like I just feel like they're not doing it, or they don't believe me or something. Let's see. Hold on, let me do this first.
Yeah, I did my first connect yesterday on Instagram. So
let's see. I don't know if I can do it on here. Maybe I can do it on my iPad. And show you how I do this. But can you do that? Hold on, guys, just a second. Okay, yeah, I can do this. Yeah, okay. Let me share my screen, okay? Let me find it. Here we go. All right, so on Instagram, let me go home to my home page. So this is my home page. You guys can see my Instagram feed, right? Okay. So on Instagram, the way that you find people and the way that people find you are through your hashtags. So if I tell you every single week on our team call, like use hashtags on Instagram, like I'm serious. This is how people find me. I use hashtags in my main post. And then if you, just a trick, if you immediately after you post your Instagram picture, in the comments below, you comment with more hashtags. That's how people find you. That's so like you see me somebody told me yesterday, they searched for Made to Crave. And my post came up. Let's see if you see me. I don't see me right here. And they go away. So that's the thing with Instagram. Like what you post yesterday it only applies for that hashtag for like 24 hours. So you've got to constantly be using hashtags, using the same ones, trying different ones. But somebody told me yesterday or maybe the day before that they searched Made to Crave and they found my Instagram page, and she sent me a friend request. We've connected. I've been emailing her already about my challenge group. And so that's how you find people. But just like on Facebook, like you're finding people to add as your friends, you want to do that on Instagram as well every single day. And my goal is to add 5 people and on Instagram and add 5 people on Facebook. So what you do is like you just go and you search things that apply to you. So maybe you're like a dog lover. If you dog lovers club, like you would go here, and obviously there's lots of dogs. We don't want to do that one. But maybe you're a nurse. If you search like fit nurse, you go there and you see it pulls up all these people who have used this hashtag, and you can go and you can look at them. You know, like let me look. Please, she's cute. Like a lot of these people are probably coaches, so you may want to choose something different. But just like think of something that is important to you. Like so, if you homeschool, classical conversation. Okay. Oops, that was horrible. There we go. These are people who are homeschooling moms. You go through and you look at their posts. You see what they're about. You go like I would go to her feed. And see she's a wife, she's a homeschool mom, nutrition, Jesus lover. Like I'm going to start following her. I don't homeschool, but I have a lot of friends that do. And so she looks interesting to me. And so what I would do is I would go down through here. I would like a couple of her posts. Let's see. And then I think you're supposed to double click, right? So I'm gonna connect. I'm gonna follow her. I'm gonna like some of her posts, and then I'm probably gonna go through here and find something and comment on. So this is beautiful. I'm going to say something that is absolutely gorgeous. Okay. So I've connected with her. I have commented. I have, I've liked some of her posts. And then so she'll see that. She'll get the notification that she got a new follow. She'll see that I commented on her post and maybe she'll follow me back. That's my goal, right? And so like that's what I'll do. Like I'll go through here and I'll search hashtags. And I'll do things specific to me. So like I love Sam Edelman. Sam Edelman is a type of shoe. I love that brand of shoes. And so like what I can do is I can go through here and look at this. I can see who has liked it. No, I can do that on my phone. I can't do it here. But like just search things that are specific to you. Maybe you are like a pit bull owner. Maybe you like to travel to the beach. Maybe you are a mom of boys. Like if I search mom of boys, now let me do more specific. I'm gonna be more specific. Baseball mom. Okay. There's baseball mom. These are posts from women, obviously, who have kids who are into baseball. So, like I could go through, I could look at her page, see what she looks like. She's into CrossFit. She likes to be outdoors. She likes the beach. She does R&F. So that's not a turn off for me. So I'm going to follow her and I'm going to like her post and say, so sweet. My boys love baseball. And we're glad it's baseball season again. Okay. So that's what I've connected. I'm adding friends to my network. I'm connecting with people and I'm going to write their names down on my connections list. Okay. And so this is just expanding my market. And so the same way with Facebook, like you can do the same thing with Facebook. Did you know that you could search like hashtags? So I could search baseball mom life. That's a good one. And so what it will do is it will pull up all these posts from people who are baseball moms. Okay. And so it may be an advertisement, but all I have to do, guys, is go down here and see who likes this post about these t-shirts. Go to Emily Ward's page. She looks a little funky with the little thing on her face. I can go to her page. I can look and see what she's about. She has 600 friends. She's from Texas. She looks pretty normal. She's got 4 kids. So I'm going to send her a friend request. Okay. And so that is, if you feel like you are running out of people to connect with, out of people to that, and more importantly, I'm not just adding people to my network. Like I'm connecting with people that have the same interests as me. Okay. So like Allison, I'm looking at you and I'm thinking like farmer's wife. What if you search the hashtag farmer's wife, and you go and you find 5 people who use that hashtag or who have commented or liked another post that do that on Facebook. Like think about your favorite stores that you shop at. So like I could search Sam Edelman again and I could go to their store, look at their post and look at the people who are liking and are commenting on their posts. Again, it takes about 5 minutes to go look at their page, see what they're about. Like I don't want to choose somebody that seems creepy or like worships the devil or something, like that. But, like that's how I can connect with people who have the same interest as me. And so I'll tell you what happens. This is exactly what happens when you send that person a friend request. So I don't write their name down until they accept my friend request. But what happens is when they accept your friend request or they see your friend request, they are going to go to your page first. Do we all do that? When you get a friend request from somebody, you go to their page first? I do. And they're going to look at your page, okay? And this is where the posting comes in. This is where if you're not posting, you're 3 to 5 times a day, if you're not posting about what you're doing, if you're not talking about coaching and challenge groups and healthy eating and sometimes Shakeology, like people aren't going to know what you're about. But if they go to your page and they see what you're about and you're posting and you're consistent and they see, hey, she has 5 kids, she is working out, she is like sharing meal plans, like this girl has something, and they accept your friend request, you'll get that notification. You write their name down. Okay, you write their name down on your little connection list or added friends list, and then you start to follow them. Okay, and so what I will do is like I keep up with this list. So I have this list, let's say from yesterday. All right. So I added 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people as friends yesterday. So today I'll go back to Leslie Isabel's page and I'll go through her feed. I'll like some of her posts. That's all I'll do. I might comment on something, but I'll definitely like some posts. She'll get those notifications. And I'm going to be genuine. Like I'm not going to be fake. I'm only going to like things that I like. If they play a lot of games, like I'm not going to friend them. If I see that they play all kinds of games and that's all they post, I'm just going to unfriend them, honestly. But so I'll like some posts. I might comment. Next week, I'll go back again. I'll see what she's been up to. She posts a cute picture of her kids. I'll say, oh my gosh, your kids are adorable. How old are they? Okay. So I'm building that relationship genuinely and just slowly. Like I don't jump into invites when I connect with people. And that's why this tracking is so important. Then by week 3, I might send her a message and say, hey girl, your family, your posts inspire me, or your family is so sweet. You know, do you work full time or do you get to stay home with them? And I'll just see what she says. So I've started that conversation. And the more that you are liking, commenting, or messaging people on Facebook, the more your posts are going to pop up in their newsfeed and they're going to see what you're about, okay? And so I'm growing these relationships organically. And I'll admit, like, I like this part of coaching. Like, I like that part. I like meeting new people. I like connecting with new people. I like really forming solid, genuine relationships with people. I'm not going to add like 10 friends one day and the next day invite them to a challenge group. That's just not my style. Some people do that and they're successful that way, and that's okay, but that's not my style. If you do it that way, that's totally okay. I'm just trying to I tend to recruit people like me, so I'm just trying to teach you guys what I do and how I do it. And so that's kind of my daily power hour. And like I said, these tracker sheets and this business activity tracker is what helps me stay focused while I'm doing that. But that's how I have expanded my market. That's how I expand my reach. That's how people find me, and that's how I find people to connect with on a daily basis. And so that was one of the big things. Oh, you're a baby. Oh, it's Andrea. So that's one of the big things that I really wanted to share with you, because this week we are talking about inviting, we're talking about connecting, but you've got to have people to connect with, and you've got to have people to invite. Now, I'll tell you, I didn't run out of my warm market for a really long time. Like, I've been a coach, like in August, it'll be 3 years, okay? And so, like, I didn't run out of people to talk to for a really long time. But I know the situation is different. Like, I only started with like 200 friends on Facebook. Like, I didn't start with all these people to just automatically start inviting to my challenge groups. Like, I had to grow it, and I had to grow it organically. And sometimes I did it unnaturally. Sometimes I would friend someone and send them a message, and it was just like a total turn off. But I had to learn how to create this process and do this for myself. And so, like, that's what I want to teach you guys. Like, I want to teach you guys how to do it now and not later, like after you make the mistakes that I made. So like, before I move on, do you guys have any questions about that part of it? Andrea, you're always in a car. What are you doing?
We're going home.
Oh, okay.
We're just out and
okay. Do you guys, and another thing that I do, so like, you know, yesterday somebody posted that on my timeline about them doing that article about me. So she posted it, Meredith posted it on my page. Well, naturally, she's going to have friends that I don't have that I'm not friends with. So I will go through that post. I'll look at everybody who liked that post, because it was like 100 and something people. And so, like, I'll go through and send friend requests to those people and connect with them. And I will automatically connect with them and say, hey, thanks for the love on that post about my article yesterday. That was super, super sweet of Meredith to post it. And I'm really honored that somebody even wanted to interview me. I'm just a mom with kids who wants to be healthy, you know, and I'll say something like, do you have any health and fitness goals? Like, that's a direct in for me to lead the conversation to health and fitness, right? And so that's one thing that I definitely encourage you guys to do. Another way that you can expand your reach and expand who sees your post, tag a friend. When you do a challenge group ad, or even in just your morning workout selfie, like, say, ask some of your good friends that are coaches, do you mind if I tag you in this post that I'm about to do about my next challenge group? And most of them are going to be like, yeah, sure, why not? Ask your challengers if they're not into coaching, if they're just challengers and that's where they want to stay. Say, hey, would you mind to share my challenge group ad on your Facebook page? And that's a way to connect with people, to reach people that maybe you are not already reaching, okay? And so we really have like no excuses. Like, nobody can say, I can't find anybody to connect with, because that's how you do it. And like, if you need to make that part of your power hour, then start doing it. And if you're having trouble finding people to connect with on Facebook, you've got to go into Instagram. Like Instagram, it's a little bit harder to connect because you are connecting with strangers essentially. But if you do it right and you search your hashtags and you check out their page before you follow them or message them, then you're going to be connecting with people who are like you, right? I mean, you're going to get the odd fellow, but typically, it's going to be people like you. Okay. So like that, I want to make sure you guys are doing that now, even if you're in the very early stages of your business. Like, you've got to be expanding your market now, and definitely, focusing on your posting for sure. Let's see. And like, if you guys are reading, so is everybody reading the Rock Your Network Marketing Business book? Let's see. This chick is genius. She's simple and she's genius. But I don't even know if I have it with me. I think I left it at home. But she talks about in that first chapter, especially, that, you're gonna, and I posted about this a couple times, you're gonna talk to a lot of people, and you're only going to like recruit a few people, challengers, coaches, I don't care whatever we're talking about. Right now we want to hit Success Club. So right now we're focusing on getting challengers. You're going to connect with tons of people, and you're going to invite a lot of people, and you're only going to get a few. So the general rule is that, like, if you invite 10 people to your challenge group, 1 or 2 are going to say yes and sign up, right? So if you want to hit Success Club 10 by the 15th, then you probably need to be inviting at least 10 people a day to your challenge group, okay? So if your goal is just Success Club 5 this month, which is totally fine, you still need to be inviting like 5 people a day to your challenge group. And so that includes, I don't count like friend requests, that's not an invite, but starting a conversation with people that's gonna lead to an invite, like, that counts for me. I'm not sending out 5 cold invites every day that say, hey, I'm running the Health and Fitness Challenge group. Would you want to join? Like, I'm not doing that. But I'm connecting, I'm starting conversations one-on-one privately, and I'm leading those conversations to my challenge group invite every single day. So I'm at Success Club, like I've hit Success Club 5 already. My goal is to hit Success Club 10 by the 15th. So I need to recruit at least 3 more people, right? No, 2 more people. I can't do math today. I need to recruit at least 2 more challengers, all right, to hit Success Club 10. So I've got to still be inviting to my challenge group. And so that is how I'm doing it. That's how I'm connecting with people. And that is what I'm doing to just kind of constantly be moving my business forward. Now, as far as invitations, like, you guys are already sharing some invitations, like based on my post this morning, and you're doing great. And I'll tell you that one example that I shared this morning, she did not respond to me at all. And so, like, don't think that like I'm out there sending all these invites and people are like signing up like flies. I get lots of no responses, lots of no, not right now, or whatever. I get those too. But I am sending messages, and I am using my event page to do that as well. So I'm connecting organically, and then I'm using that event page to connect with people as well. I don't love the event page, but I think it's useful, and I think that some other coaches benefit from it more than I do. So I'm using it to kind of teach as well. But what I'll do is I will, oh goodness, okay. I will use that event page, and like, so if I have been connecting with people, especially people I don't know that well, like after I've spent some time, like a month or so connecting with them, then by the next month, like, I'll go back, I will look at who I've connected with, who I've sent Hey Girl messages to, and I will start to invite them to my event page. And what I'll do is I'll create my event page, I'll create the description, I'll post it on a daily basis, and every day I click that invite button, invite friends, and I'll invite these people that I have been connecting with, okay? And so when I do that, I immediately send them a message. I say, hey, Tariana, it's been so fun, or I don't know, like, I'm glad we got to connect here. I wanted to let you know, I thought you might be interested in, I'm a health and fitness coach. If she didn't already know that, obviously she would know that if I was leading the conversation properly. But my next challenge group starts March the 20th. I sent you an invite to my event page, and I just wanted to let you know, because I hate to get invites and not get a message. But you are more than welcome to join us. We are going to focus on food, fitness, faith, and accountability. If it's something you'd be interested in, click going, or just let me know, And so that's a message that I will send to somebody that I invite to my event page. And a lot of people will be like, yeah, I'll check it out. And so then if they say yes or they respond in any format, then I start to form them. I'm like, well, not form them, that's what I'm doing before, but then I start those questions. Like, so what are your health and fitness goals? What interests you most about health and fitness accountability group? That's all I'll ask. Okay. And then I wait for them to respond. And then typically pretty early in the conversation, once I start asking these questions, people connect very easily with their why. They're like, oh girl, I've got like 10 or 15 pounds to lose. I'm so tired. My clothes don't fit. I'm tired of feeling like this. And I really just want to drop some weight and start to eat clean or something. And that gets the conversation going. Okay. And after that, I'll say something like, I totally understand. I was exactly where you are just a few years ago. I was so exhausted. I was so tired of feeling bad. I hated the way I looked. I hated the way I felt when I was with Matt, and my cholesterol was horrible. And I just knew I had to do something to change. And then I'll say something to them like, what are you working out right now? Or what type of workouts do you enjoy? And so I'm just going through this process, this conversation with them, question by question, and letting them respond. I'm not like saying, oh, so this is my challenge group and this is what it's about and we're going to do this, this, and that. Like, I'm asking questions. I'm letting them see that I am genuinely interested in helping them make a change based on their lifestyle. How much time do you have to work out? What type of exercise do you enjoy? Have you ever used weights before? What's your biggest struggle as far as your food and eating? And I'll ask these questions one by one, and they respond, and they can really see my heart, and that I'm not just going to sell them something. Like, I'm going to tailor, suggest something that's going to fit into their lifestyle. So if it's a mom with 5 kids who has never worked out before, like, I'm not going to start her with hammer and chisel, because those are like 45-minute workouts and it's kind of advanced for somebody. Okay. And so based on their questions, based on their responses, like, I will send them a suggestion. I usually suggest like 2 workout programs. I'll say, hey, this is the 21-day fix. This is the program I started with. The workouts are 30 minutes. You only need a couple of sets of weights to get started, and it totally changed the way that I eat. Like, that's always the message that I send, because food is usually the number one problem for most people. It is for me too. And so, like, I'll say, watch this video, tell me what you think, and then I'll let them do that. And then I'll even suggest usually like another one. I'll say, hey, just in case you don't like weights or you like cardio more, which I should know that by now based on their responses, I might send Core de Force, and I'll say, this is a fun one. It really works your core. The workouts are a little bit longer, but it comes with the same portion control and meal planning guide. And, I just look at both of those and tell me which one you like more. Giving people a choice is always great. And so I've sent them those video links from the Coach Online office, and then when they respond, they'll usually say something like, oh yeah, the 21-day looks fun, or the shorter workouts would work best for me. And I'll say, okay. And then that's when I'll send them that challenge group description. And guys, I'm just walking you through step by step how I do this because it works for me. And so that's when I'll send them that challenge group description that says, okay, it's 30 days. We are going to really focus on those 30 days on getting our workouts in, changing the way we eat, meal planning. I'll share my meal plans with you. I'll teach you how to do it. We're going to replace 1 meal a day with Shakeology, which is like 5 salads all in one chocolate shake. We're going to have devotions. We're going to do prayer daily. We're going to yada, 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 and that's the whole description. And then when I send them that, people are like, usually, yes, sign me up, and that's when I say, okay, well, we just need to get you a challenge pack. And that is your workout program, your portion containers, a 30-day supply of Shakeology, which is a meal replacement, and it all comes together bundled in one package. And that's when they usually say, what's the cost? And I tell them, and then typically by the time I really explain it again. So for $160, you're getting 30 meals all at one time. You're getting your workouts on DVD, unless they want to do the all access. You're getting your portion containers. And then, I always play it up talk it up, because it is a really good deal, and I tell them, in the challenge pack, Shakeology comes out to about like $3 a day. And I always share that part about my story. I quit drinking Diet Cokes and eating a biscuit every morning, and it saved me like $6 or $7. So I pretty easily, save money just by replacing my breakfast with Shakeology. And so, at that point, some people will have cost objections, and we've talked about how to handle those. People might have like a time objection or something, but usually I mean, like if I've gotten that far into the conversation, usually people want to sign up. Now, some people have to wait because they have to wait for the income, for their funds to come in, or they might have to wait till the next month. But like I have shown them the value. I'm not just selling them something and saying, go for it. You know, like I am investing in them. Like my job starts when they buy the challenge pack. And I want them to know that I'm not just going to sell them something and leave. Like they're going to get a buttload of information and quality and just attention from me as their coach in my challenge group. And that is really what people are drawn to. Of course, I know that the workout programs work. I know the meal planning works. I know Shakeology works. But initially, people are drawn to you and what you are going to help them do. So you have to communicate that. Like you have to invest in them with those questions, and you have to show them the value in your conversations. So do you guys have any questions, or like are you at a certain point in conversations with people that you need help with? And I really wanted to walk you through how I invite, like how I connect, how I invite, and what my conversations look like. Does that help?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. You may have questions.
I have a random question.
Go for it.
Okay. I've gotten a lot of requests to share my meal plan, like on Facebook, like on a post, like my weekly one. So I tried to like look around and see if any of you guys had done it yet, and I couldn't really find anything. So I was gonna see if y'all thought that was okay, or if that's something I should like keep strict, like because I want to invest in people,
Right.
But
yeah, I have honestly, like I share mine every week, but they're pretty much in my blog post. But I do share mine. I am of the belief that the more value that you add, the more people trust you. And me sharing a meal plan with somebody does not mean that they're going to do it, honestly. Like what really gets people started is the accountability. And I really talk about, I'm going to teach you. I always talk about this. I'm going to teach you how to meal plan, because I'm happy to share my meal plans with you, but until you learn to do it yourself and you learn to make it a habit, this is not going to be a lifestyle change. And another thing that I really need to start doing in my conversations, and after people sign up, is my friend Carrie, she tells them, you know, you're really going to want to probably go through two or three challenge groups before you get it, you know, before you really create those new habits. And that also is kind of teaching them about Shakeology, you know, like, some people just want to buy Shakeology once in that challenge pack and then cancel it and be done. But if I'm talking longevity, if I'm talking about lifestyle change, if I'm talking about new habits, creating new habits, like people are going to just kind of naturally think Shakeology is going to be one of those, you know? And so that's a tactic and a tool that I really need to use more to create more loyal Shakeology customers. But yeah, if somebody wants your meal plan, you can share it every week. You can share like one a month. You can talk about the fact that you're making it, like take a picture of your blank one and your recipe book or something and say, hey, I'm creating my meal plan. I've had lots of people ask. If you want a copy of it, drop your email below and I'll send it to you.
Okay.
That way you're creating, you know, those are people you can reach out to about your challenge group.
Because I've sent it a lot privately,
Yeah.
But I thought, well, should I go ahead and do a big post and then I'm really reaching a lot? Okay, well, I'm going to do that tonight then.
I think that people come back to my page for things like that. And so like if they're coming back to my page for those value added things, then they're also seeing my challenge group posts. They're seeing my Transformation Tuesday posts. They're seeing all that stuff that shows results, you know? So I think it's okay to share it if you want to share it. That's how I found my coach. You know, she shared her meal plan. So, yeah. Anybody else?
I did for the first time reaching out to people that had liked my posts for my challenges. And I received, I guess, like some of them answer or, oh, I just like your picture. But what do you do with those that haven't replied? Do you follow up with those too?
Excuse me. I mean, like if you sent when they liked your post and you said, hey, thanks for, what did you say to them?
Just like, hey, thanks for liking my post. Did you only like the picture? Or were you interested on my challenge or whatever?
Okay, so I would connect a little differently because like I think they're gonna think that you just want something from them. You know, if you say something about just the challenge group. So this is typically when somebody likes my post, I will say, Hey girl, thanks so much for the love on my posts. Like, I really enjoy sharing my journey and inspiring other people. And I'll say, do you have any health and fitness goals that you're working towards right now? I don't even mention the challenge group. Like, I just start the conversation and I start that like question process, you know. Now, of course, a lot of people will message me and say, hey, tell me more about your next challenge group. And I kind of do the same thing, you know, like, okay, sure. What interests you about the group? What are your health and fitness goals? What are you struggling with? You know, and that's how I'll start the conversation. So that might open the doors a little bit more for them to respond. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I do it. I mean, I message people, not just people that like my challenge group posts, but you know, you have those people who are consistently liking your morning workout post, or when you post a recipe or something. Like, I reach out to them and I say, you know, thanks so much for following my health and fitness journey. You know, same thing. Like, I love to share what I'm doing and to share ideas, and to share tips about what works for me. Are you working towards any health and fitness goals yourself right now? You know, just kind of start that way. Show an interest in them. Like, definitely show an interest in them. And I think that they connect with that and they sense that, and they're more likely to respond. Yeah. Rachel?
Yeah. I have one that I've invited before that said, no, thank you. I have no interest in that right now, or whatever. But since then, I've noticed she's liked some of my posts here and there, you know, so she's obviously still kind of following me. What would you do with someone like that? Would you kind of follow up in a month or so and see?
Yeah, if she's consistently following you, your post might pop up in her feed automatically, but if she's taken the time to like your post consistently, I would just send her a message like a month from now, and I would just say, hey girl, thanks so much for continuing to follow me. You know, you don't even have to like invite her. I would just connect with her, you know, and just say, thanks for following me and supporting me on my journey. Like, I'm really loving what I'm doing, leading challenge groups. It's just so fulfilling. And I'm glad that you're a part of it, or something like that, and just see what she says. Because I say this all the time, you know, like, I had people follow me for years before, tons of people that said no before they decided to commit, you know, and you don't want somebody to commit if they're not ready, because then they're just going to drop out or not have results, and that's not good for anybody. Yeah.
And after a free group, how do you follow up with them?
Okay. Yeah, I have a free group going right now, and they're rocking it. It's a really good one. So all throughout the group, like, free groups, they're not my favorite thing. I say that all the time, but I think they're a good tool, like, to connect with people, to give value, and to just really pour into people and invest in them. And I do the same things in my challenge group. Like, I have them check in. They don't check in with Shakeology. Obviously, some of them do because they're already challengers, but I have them check in, and I will, at the end of the group, you know, like, I'll post in the group. I'll say something like, you know, this group is over. I really enjoyed connecting with you people and just spending time with you this week. I hope you found value and you've seen the benefits of clean eating and what it can do for your body and your health and your energy. And I'll say something like, I'm going to follow up with each one of you individually. But if you want some more information about my next challenge group, I'm happy to talk to you about it. And I'll also post publicly in that page that I have a special offer for people who complete my free groups and join my 30-day challenge. So if you want to join us, let me know. But then I'll go back and I will message them each individually and say, hey, what did you think of the group? Did you like the meal plan? Were you able to follow it? Did you see any changes in the way that you felt this week, or maybe in your clothes? And I'll let them respond to that, and then I'll say, great, you know, like, I would love to have you in my full 30-day challenge. We start the 20th. If you're interested in taking this further and creating more healthy habits and in really learning how to make this a lifestyle change, I would love to save you a spot. And if you commit, I'm going to, you know, send all my free group challengers a $10 Amazon card or something like that, whatever you choose to do. Good?
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else? Y'all's interaction in our group is awesome. I really appreciate y'all interacting and sharing what you're doing and checking in every night, because I can tell you right now, like, that's going to make a difference in your business. Okay. So just stay connected, ask questions in our group, track your business, send me, your coach, whoever it is, your business activity tracker. And like, what I did that for a long time as a new coach, I would send that to Melanie every week, and she would look at it, and she wouldn't be like, oh, you need to do this or you need to do that. She would say, how do you feel about your week? You know, and like, there were weeks where my activity tracker was not full at all, and everything slowed down. And then there were weeks where I was really, really consistent, and I was hitting Success Club when I wanted to. And it just, like, I want you to see how your actions really make a difference. I was listening to the 12-week year earlier today, and he said the greatest predictor of your future is your daily actions. And that's so true in this business. Like, it's not luck. It's not those people who are supermodels or, you know,